What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, we're going to talk about the prospect that most Giants fans are hoping that the Giants could land on draft night this year in 2020. The Giants, of course, will be picking near the top of the draft, and we're hoping for that next Lawrence Taylor. That being Chase Young. Chase Young is regarded as one of the best pass rushers to come out of college in quite some time. He's up there with guys like Jadeveon Clowney, guys like Garrett, guys like that. And, a lot of people would project him to be the best prospect in this year's draft. And it's certainly a position that the New York Giants could improve on. Yes, we do have young guys that we've drafted relatively high in drafts. Lorenzo Carter, O'Shane Ximenez. We'll see if we bring back Marcus Golden. But we do not have a supreme edge rusher. Okay, we definitely could use that. And Chase Young would fit the bill. Which begs the question, if the New York Giants do in fact draft Chase Young, which is very possible, do they convert back to the 4-3? Well, the first thing that would have to happen is they'd have to get rid of James Bettcher. His entire defense revolves around that, and I'm sure a lot of Giants fans probably would not shed a tear if we did in fact get rid of James Bettcher. Now, by all accounts, if you read the scouting reports on Chase Young, even though he does play in a 4-3 at Ohio State, he's more than capable of transitioning into the 3-4. So it's not like the Giants couldn't draft him if they still wanted to play in a 3-4 defense. He just may be better equipped to play in the 4-3. O'Shane Ximenez at Old Dominion played in the 4-3 as well, so he could potentially convert to a 4-3 pass rusher. Lorenzo Carter, I'm not sure. He was drafted, I think, specifically based on the 3-4 system, but it's not like Lorenzo Carter has done much this year, and maybe I don't know what they would do there. Would they leave him as the outside linebacker in coverage due to his athletic ability? And his smaller frame compared to a guy that you may want up in the 4-3 at the defensive end spot. They also are projected to bring back Leonard Williams, which kind of creates a logjam at that nose tackle position with Dexter Lawrence, with him, with Dalvin Tomlinson. Well, now with this, you have the freedom to play two in the middle. You can play Leonard Williams on the outside in some packages. You can play him in the middle in some packages. It may fit this team better if they do, in fact, draft the Chase Young to convert back to the 4-3. And it was something that I was thinking about, right? A lot of Giants fans are, wish for the days of the Michael Strahans and the Osi Umenyoras and the Justin Tucks. When we run that 4-3 defense, obviously we had much more success there. Now, I always say, I think it has a lot more to do with the coaching and the personnel than the system. You look at the teams that are most successful in the league, the New England Patriots run the 3-4, and they don't seem to have many problems doing so. The thing that's good about a 3-4 is it's unpredictable, right? But you need the personnel to be able to do it. And it also requires you to blitz. And the reason that the New York Giants were so successful against the New England Patriots and Tom Brady in those Super Bowls is they didn't have to blitz. They were able to get after him with that four-man front and create havoc. And I think a lot of Giants fans want to get back to that. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea to convert back to the 4-3 if we did, in fact, fit a Chase Young. If we drafted Chase Young that highly, he is going to be the guy we build our defense around for the next 10 years. I mean, that's what we're hoping. He's the next Lawrence Taylor, a Khalil Mack type player. And if the 4-3 defense does fit his skill set better, it may make sense, especially the fact that we have so many defensive linemen to begin with. It may be possible that that is what the New York Giants are planning to do this offseason. Who knows? Bettcher could be on the way out, and if he is, they may bring in a guy to institute that 4-3 defense to build it around the strength of this defense right now, which is certainly the defensive line. They may not be playing like it, but you definitely have some potential up there at the front with the guys we already have on the roster. With Tomlinson, who I think has been the team's best player on defense. Obviously, Leonard Williams, who has a lot of potential, and Dexter Lawrence, who has the highest graded PFF of anyone on this team at this point. In that situation, I think obviously Lawrence would be in the middle for sure. One of the two defensive tackles, Tomlinson, would have to play there as well. Leonard Williams could go probably on both the inside and the outside. You'd have Ximenez. And it'd be interesting to see what they did with the rest of the team. Obviously, they drafted a lot of guys that they thought fit this system. Or they brought guys in like a Dayon Buchanan, guys like that, even though he hasn't done much. But they'd have to convert the roster back to try to fit a 4-3. Now, I don't think it would be that hard to do based on the fact that I think they do have a lot of guys on this team that would be capable of playing in that system. A guy like a Ximenez, like I said, a Dexter Lawrence, I think, would have no problem playing in the middle in a 4-3. We've seen him play on the outside of the 3-4. So that's my take on it. And I think it's possible if we do, in fact, draft Chase Young and James Betcher is released, that the Giants may move back to that 4-3. We have seen the line. I've been watching the games recently. A lot of their alignments, most of the time, they have 4 guys up at the line of scrimmage to begin with. So we'll have to wait and see what the Giants do. But I just thought it was an interesting topic to talk about, being that Chase Young is a player that a lot of Giants fans have on their minds. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.